So let's start with our session Bridging the Gap Understanding Method Channels for Flutter and Native Communication. There will be a lot of code in the slides, so you can scan and might get the slides. So let's start with my introduction. Hello everyone, as we say here in Japan, konnichiwa. My name is Numan Khan and I am your guide today for exploring fascinating world of integrating Flutter with native code. I am a mobile developer, a open source contributor, and currently the organization admin at Palisados Foundation. It's an African organization. Today I'll help you unravel the mysteries of method channel, making cross-platform development smoother and more efficient. Now, what I do. So I have been working with Flutter and native code, combining them to craft seamless high performance apps. I am passionate about open source and love sharing knowledge to improve the tech community. My goal is to help developers like you understand method channel and use them effectively in your projects. Apart from coding, I enjoy gaming and cheering for my favorite cricket team. So let's move to my journey. So I am from India. I grew up in the heartland of India called Bihar. After that, I moved to New Delhi, the capital city of India, for my computer science engineering, and there I started my tech journey. I advanced my skills in Bangalore, India's tech hub, and worked on several cutting edge projects. Now I am bringing my expertise to the global stage here in Japan at Droid Kai. Now, moving further, my journey as a developer. So let me walk you through my journey as a developer. I started my mobile development back in 2020, and after that I got selected for Google Summer of Code in 2022. Then I became a Google Summer of Code mentor in 23. After that, I elevated to the role of Google Summer of Code organization admin in 2024, and today I am standing before you as an international speaker. Each step in this journey has prepared me to share insights into Flutter's platform channel. Moving further, let's start with our topic about platform channel. So platform channel in Flutter act as a gateway to access platform specific code. There are various types of it. Flutter offers three types of platform channels for developers. First is method channel for synchronous communication. Next, the event channel for continuous communication and event streaming. The last one is basic message channel for bidirectional messages without responses. So what exactly do I mean by platform specific? So it refers to functionalities or codes designed to work specifically on a particular platform like Android, iOS, macOS or Windows. So accessing device specific APIs like sensors, cameras, battery information, etc. Utilizing platform specific UI components like Material Design for Android or Cupertino Design for iOS. And handling platform specific features like background tasks, notifications, permissions or storage methods. Understanding platform specific requirements is crucial for cross-platform app development. Now, what is method channel? So, method channel is a communication bridge between Dart and the host platform. It allows sending messages from Dart to native code and receiving result back. Think of it like making a function call. Flutter sends a message, the native code executes it, and the result is sent back to Flutter. Ideal for integrating platform specific APIs or libraries with the Flutter application. Now, what is event channel? So, the major key difference between method channel and platform channel are the ability to communicate. So unlike method channel, event channel is for continuous communication for the host platform to Dart. Perfect for scenarios where we need to absorb platform side events and reflect changes in your Flutter app, like listening to sensor data, receiving platform notifications, or maybe gathering information from third party SDKs. This is a simple snippet to show it. Now, what is basic message channel? So, it is the most interesting one. So, basic message channel allows for two-way communication, both from Dart to host platform and vice versa. It does not support direct response or event stream like method calls or event channels. So, major use case of this was broadcast messages from your native code to Dart or in reverse direction. Now, you might have questions like what is the difference between platform channels and method channels. So, platform channels are basically the parent of all of them, like which includes method channel, basic message channel, event channel and standard message channels. It can be both synchronous and asynchronous, can be binary string messages or structured data streams. But method channels can only be of one type. It can be of synchronous method calls, communicate with immediate responses, uses binary message encoding only. So, platform channels encompass method channels, event channels and basic message channels. But method channels are synchronous while event channel supports asynchronous data streaming. Different channels cater to different needs, whether it's simple function calls or complex real-time data streams. Choosing the right channel for the right job is crucial for optimal performance. Now, the interesting part. What is Dart method call handler? So, a Dart method call handler is essential when operating with method channels. Effective handling of method calls is vital for ensuring seamless communication between Flutter and native component, which is very essential for a smooth user experience and functional integration. It is a function responsible for receiving method calls and giving appropriate responses. So, proper handling ensures smooth communication between native and Flutter code. So, here are a few use cases of method channels, like accessing native features like Bluetooth, GPS or sensors which we cannot directly access using Flutter code. Integrating with native SDKs which are only available for Android or iOS. Reusing existing native code for optimized performance. Or implement custom functionalities not available in Flutter by default. So, we can use method channels and implement them separately in Kotlin, Java or for iOS in Swift. So, method channels are versatile and crucial for creating seamless cross-platform applications. Now, here is a flowchart which shows how exactly the method channel works, in which you can say the Flutter client app can access the both iOS host and method channel for Android host, where it can be a third party API for iOS or Android or any function that you write. Now, how you can implement a method channel? So, we have a lot of code snippets. You might have access to the presentation, you can have a look there also. So, the first step is to create platform specific Flutter platform client. So, here we initialize a method channel with a specific name. Here, as you see here, I initialize command.test/battery. So, you have to keep in mind that this should be same everywhere where we call the method channel. Now, in the next step, you have to invoke a method specifying the concrete method to call using the string identifier that we used earlier. So, here you can see we have created a simple Flutter function where we have created a simple function to get the battery level, in which we have implemented the code to just invoke the platform specific code which we will be writing in the next steps. After that, you can call the function in your Flutter code simply. the function which we created in the previous step, the get battery level function, and simply put it on a where you want to put. Like here I have put it on a elevated button where we can call this function. Now the fun part, implementing the platform specific code. So we have already initialized it in our Flutter code. Now we'll be move how we can do it in the native part. So let's start with Android. Now when you access your Flutter code, you can open the main activity.kt located in your Kotlin flow folder in your Flutter app, and you can see there is a main activity class below, and there is configure Flutter engine method. So below that you can create a function similar to that. Like here we have executed the get battery level function, where we will be calling the battery service and battery managers to get the battery level of a particular device, basically for Android. After that we can create a method channel and set method call handler. Make sure to use the same channel name as we used on the Flutter client side. Here you can see we have created the same channel name noman.test/battery, and we have set a method call handler. Like when it get called the get battery level, it triggers the function and returns the value. Now on the iOS side, so for iOS we have to access the iOS side of the code in your Flutter project. So for that you have to access the app delegate.swift, so and add this particular piece of snippet in your app delegate.swift file. So this is nothing but the same function for iOS which accesses the battery level, and we have implemented the function which returns the battery level. Now same as the previous one, we have to override the application did finish launching with options function and create a method call to it. So here you can see we did the same as we did in Android. Like here I have created the noman.test/battery for the channel name, and we have called the set method call handler. I'll call the function which I showed you in the previous slide, and it will simply return the data. So this is it to implement a method channel, and as shown in the elevated button, you can simply click that button and you will get the result depending on the platform, be it Android or iOS. So what are the best practices to implement method channel? So use consistent channel names to avoid confusion. It is a must actually. So implement robust error handling using try-catch blocks. Avoid blocking channels, especially in scenarios requiring high performance. Choose the appropriate channel type for each specific task. Be mindful of keywords restrictions when naming a channel. Now handling errors in platform channels. This is a very interesting topic. So error handling is a crucial part of any application development, and it becomes even more crucial when dealing with cross-platform communications between Flutter and native code. So proper error handling ensures that your app provides a smooth and consistent user experience even when things go wrong. User should never be left in the dark about what's happening in the app. So in Flutter we handle errors in platform channels using try-catch blocks. This allows us to catch platform exceptions, which is a very common type of error that occurs when there is an issue with the method channel communication with Flutter and native code. For instance, if a method call fails or the platform specific code throws an exception, the catch block captures it and we can print a detailed error message to the console or maybe handle it properly. So effective error management is not just about catching errors, it's about ensuring the reliable and robust communication between your Flutter and native layer. By providing meaningful error messages and gracefully handling exceptions, we can prevent crashes and ensure that the user experience remains seamless. This level of attention to error handling significantly reduces debugging time and helps maintain a high quality app. Now, so why not directly use interface Dart code with Java or Swift or Kotlin. Why we should use method channel? So let's discuss why directly interfacing Dart code with Java or Swift or Kotlin is not the best approach. So when you write native code directly in Dart, you end up with a less efficient and more chaotic code base. This method of embedding native code directly into Dart files can quickly become disorganized, especially as your project grows. The mixture of Dart with native languages like Java, Swift or Kotlin makes the code harder to read, debug and maintain, resulting in increased complexity and potential performance issues. So basically the platform channels provides a cleaner separation of native code from Dart and facilitate easier maintenance. So let's understand what is direct communication. So direct communication in Flutter involves embedding native code such as Kotlin for Android or Swift for iOS directly within Dart files using inline strings. This approach means that you write the platform specific code right in your Dart code, essentially mixing like different languages together within the same file. So while this method may seem straightforward, but it possesses several challenges. First, it can lead to messy and hard to maintain code base, and the intermingling of Dart and native code makes it difficult to read and manage, especially for the larger projects. Furthermore, this approach can introduce potential performance issues as the direct invocation of native code from Dart may not be optimized, leading to slower execution of higher chances of bugs. This can be done using packages like FFI. Now, so what are the powers of Flutter platform channel? Now let's discuss the advantages of using platform channels for native integration. So one of the biggest strengths of Flutter platform channel is that they provide clean separation between your Dart code base and platform specific native code. This ensures that your Dart code remains clean, maintainable and free from native specific complexities. It follows the best practices of clean code architecture by isolating different concerns. So another significant benefit is Flutter's inherent support for effective binary serialization. So platform channels uses binary message encoding to transfer data between Dart and native layer, which is far more efficient than string serialization. This reduces the overhead and ensures data is transmitted quickly and reliably. And also it possesses high performance and low latency. Because of this efficient serialization, Flutter platform channel facilitate high performance, low latency communication. This crucial for apps that require real-time data exchange or need to interact with hardware features like sensors, camera, GPS in a timely manner. So using platform channels not only keeps your code organized but also optimizes your app's performance by leveraging efficient high speed communication between your Flutter and native communication. So let's talk about handling non-string data in method channel. So the standard message codec provided by Flutter's platform channel is quite powerful. It supports efficient binary serialization for a variety of data types beyond just simple strings. This includes Boolean, lists, maps, and even more complex data types like byte buffers. This flexibility allows developers to transmit a wide range of data structures seamlessly between Dart and your native platform. So here is how it works. The data, whether it's Boolean, list, map, anything, it gets serialized into a binary form on the Dart side. The binary data is then transmitted over the method channel to the native platform. Once the binary data reaches the native side, it is deserialized back into the original data type, such as list or map, allowing native code to handle it as efficiently as Dart code. This process ensures that the data remains intact and that communication is both fast and reliable. The use of binary serialization not only minimizes the overhead during data transmission but also reduces latency, making it highly suitable for scenarios like interaction with hardware components or that may require low latency communication such as real time data updates. So, by supporting diverse data types and optimizing their transfer, Flutter method channels enable robust and flexible communication between your Flutter and native environment, enhancing the overall capabilities and performance of your app. So, as you can see in the code snippet, we are transferring the map data to a method channel. Now, moving further, so why should a developer consider migrating to Flutter platform channel for integrating native code? Let's explore some compelling reasons. Yeah. So platform channels allows direct interaction with platform specific code, which is crucial for utilizing platform specific APIs. This direct access enables you to leverage the full capability of the underlying performance, which is not always possible with Flutter alone. For example, you can use advanced APIs or platform specific libraries that provide a more native like feel to your app, ensuring a rich user experience for both Android and iOS users and maybe Windows. With platform channels, developer can easily invoke native methods directly from Dart. This means you can harness the power of native platform without compromising on the flexibility and the ease of development provided by Flutter. This also allows you to reuse existing native code and integrate third-party libraries that may only be available for a native platform. Another significant advantage is enhanced control over the UI components. By interacting directly with native code, you can achieve UI customizations and behaviors that are highly specific to a platform, which can be difficult to replicate with Flutter alone. This great control helps in creating more responsive and intuitive user experience. Overall, platform channels allows you to combine the best of both the worlds, the simplicity and consistency of Flutter with robustness and power of native capabilities. This synergy results in more refined, responsive, performant app that feels natural on each platform. In essence, migrating to Flutter platform channels enhance both the functionality and user experience of your Flutter app by allowing more seamless integration with native code and providing greater control over platform specific features. Now, so what are the steps to migrate to platform channels? So there are few steps. So the first major step is you have to identify the components to be migrated. Once you identify the components that needs to be migrated, you have to select appropriate channel type for each of the component you have selected. Like suppose if you need stream the sensor data, you need to use method channel event channels, and if you need to call a function, you have to use a method channel. Similarly, if you need to broadcast something, you have to use basic message channels. Once you decided what to select, you have to define the channels on both Flutter and native sides. And once you are done with the defining the channel, you have to set the method call handler that we discussed earlier and handle the call in native code. And after you are done with this, the most important part is testing and debugging. So well planned migration enhances app performance and maintainability. So if I have to migrate a existing project to method channel, so make sure if it contains a platform specific part or not. If it does not contains platform specific parts, you might not need platform channels. But if it contains platform specific part, like if you want to optimize it for Android and iOS separately, then you can use platform channels for it. And also, as I have shared a slide showing FFI. So FFI you can use inline Kotlin Swift. So basically Kotlin Swift are not suggested for FFI. So it is used for very large calculations. Suppose you have to calculate a billion times or something, you can use Rust, Go or C++ in your Dart using the FFI. So I think that's it. Thank you all for your time and attention. I hope you now have a clearer understanding of Flutter method channel and how to use them effectively. Please feel free to connect with me on Twitter. I would love to continue the conversation and help you with your projects. Thank you so much.